He can continue the trend of which we've seen so far up against the Waylay, yet to register a win, that agent, against a non-mirror opponent, and well, it's the first player that drops. Click goes down, that's a kill for Atta, and some time and space to work with for FUT.
Catch at least two of the initiators, stopping that owl drone going any further forward. The tail though, picking up the slack, as FUT don't seem to be stopping, but they are going at a very slow pace.
To the site now, finally flashed up, they fall. It's a double up between Zeus and Yetajay. Those newer players injected into the ancient squad, as you say before, and they hold firm, but just for a moment. Zipan, one back, still plenty to try and recover this, but FUT are falling one at a time. Players out of position, and now a chance to reset in the retake.
This is really winnable. The drone trying to help Mini get back into sight. Doesn't need the information, just playing heads up. Atta captain already low, cracks his head, go! And so is the rest of FUT! A brilliant way to start ice.
On the IGL, a role which he has held on to before. He had that mantle on Enterprise. And Canna here does get punished by the Outlaw, so Zeus...
One to keep your eyes on Atta captain, making his way forward. But mates, they need to get onto this spike soon.
Zeus has to be the main tool right now to try and dissuade the push as it comes in, but it's the rifle back in Yetajay's hands that has already dealt the damage. The captain falling and the rest of the team need to follow this one up. They can't, straight into the face of opposition. The Outlaw oppresses yet again, and it's a 5 versus 2 in FUT's favor. They won't make the same mistake this time. A double peek together will net Yetajay yet another, as that's going to be the scoreline, tied up right out the gate.
There's a lot. Your economy immediately being broken.
Very quick over-rotation from mates called off the back of this. Mini just going to snatch straight at it. That's fine. Zeus goes down. That's the tip of the spear. Blunted for now. 4-on-4 situation as the drone clears out. FUT just taking these mid-rounds to reset.
Standing ahead.
Time. Me as well. I mean, mates though are not. They're committing every single player towards this site, looking to play outside of the wall and Click. Well, he'll get one playing through it.
And mates do have quite a lot of tools to deny a potential plant here as well. You've got to be looking at the molly and the fragment that's just been thrown out by Kamek. They are forcing the issue, and now Atta's in position.
Kada trying to get hold of himself, but the pistol's not quite working out at all. Classics, you're not expecting the most. Kamek Sheriff though, yeah, there you go. Held the team to second in East, back all the way back in Tier 2.
Did, but that's not going to count for much here as Click again has tried to make... It's just Atta on the extremity yet again, playing a traditional lurk role as the rest of FUT creep closer. This contact piece has scaled quite far up, and now they will be without that Viper when the execute comes through. No smokes.
Yeah, FUT may feel as if their hand has been forced here as well. At the same time, they're still trying to come through, but it doesn't work out. Mate's creating a little bit of chaos, but Zeus, well, he's trying to be the lone one on top of 410, making it work. The rifles of FUT hitting, and now it's just the late luck of Kada that has to rescue this round.
You expect this position as well, Kada in behind. Zeus is holding from top 410, is a fairly laboured
G long. It can be very difficult to hold from there, right? Quick peek out confirms what FUT are up to. Mr. Fallen will be the one to get
the player positions though. This cracks furthest out towards yellow.
Click just saved it. Going forward, is able to get one, but I mean, that's all it's realistically going to be when you look at
that toxic screen up. They've just been looking to play behind it. Hunter's Fury coming in, Armageddon the way back. They're fighting forwards here, gentlemates, and it's working out. Zipan on the tail yet again, starting to already feel quite familiar for him. But closing that gap, getting the space back towards Maze. They can't move any further than the brackets before Zipan gets his second, and Click puts his foot down. Finally, Maze retaliating with some proactive defense. FUT falling flat. It's up looking whether FUT can stay in front, because that's what they're trying to aim and do right now. Zeus leading the line, top site B.
Already taking that space, although Cracks has been left towards mid, and it's going to confirm an advantage for FUT. Spike goes down. What does the post plant look like?
They are very restricted right now, and the pit's just going to fall immediately. Mini still holding on to the lockdown, doesn't need it. His second kill already before Yetajay is forced to face the music. He'll get one, but that's not enough. So much more that mates were able to do, completely constricting FUT.
Mini looks like a superstar every time we see him in a game. All's done so well, it's just a quick spam. Mates haven't thought about this, and it's such a simple way to deal with the lockdown. Trying to get out of the wall, and it's Mr. Fallen with 3, Acta Captain with 2, and FUT get... Mike actually committed towards the B side once again. Kamek hanging around like he did last time. No punish though.
There's a big gap towards Snowman here, and so Click is holding on from Kitchen, but it's an isolated duel, one which Click will win.
Be right back.
Oh, head glitch there. Sorry, it's not a head glitch, you know what I mean, head peek. I'm so used to it from old Esports, but Kada gets fallen. Kamek helping the lone, well, the Viper in towards this FUT right at a stop here. No way out, no way to try and rescue this, and Click's got the information needed to...
As we shift back to the players, I think 2 or 3 of them suppressed towards B long. This is such an important area of the map for the attackers because you've got to go clearing it, and that's what Kada's going to do. Face checking around the corner of yellow. It's Zeus to solo peek it into the poison. Choked alive, cracks. And with Click up the guts of mid as well, he'll cut off the rotate for good measure. This is, well, I was going to say a potential back-to-back in-zone flawless, but, you know, damned not to happen as soon as those words leave my lips.
Really trying to be aggressive.
And how do you get out here as well? The Armageddon's right behind them. They've got to fight yellow.
They've got to try and get something, and well, they've already got one. Kamek got brought low, and they're looking still to keep going forward. The KO flash, the flashpoint, absolutely picture perfect, and so is the luck from Acta Captain.
Finding crazy timings as Yetu's just going to add more fuel to the fire. Mini last left, and that Armageddon just boxed in the rest of Mate. Nowhere that they could possibly go. Mini 1 kill deep into the clutch effort, but it
out. I mean, at the same time, the Gentlemates identify that as the lurker and start to commit towards A with the pressure that's coming on and the spike being down. It certainly looks like it. Trading even, going one better. Now in a 3 versus 2, and you still have Click's ultimate to be used.
Still holding on to it. Gonna send it in a little bit earlier, and actually it's just a solo play. Click right in, refracts back, but you've only got 10 points of health, and all of a sudden the pool isn't looking as healthy as it was before. But Mini still stands tall, nearly on for the ace, but it's snatched away at the final moment, and now Yetu with a chance to close the half. To step back as the stun drops, and Zipan will finally confirm.
You start to look towards mid here, and the fact that 2 initiators are right behind Zeus.
Yeah, and there's a flash coming in as well to just incentivize the peak. Click playing forwards into the refract, falls back Zeus, double kill.
Easy in for a peak. FUT are all here, they're ready for this.
Who's taking the contact? Mini having a little bit of a look. 2 players towards screen as Zeus gets yet another dashes pass to set up Acta as FUT come crashing back through. The A site their own. A 7th round has secured the lead again.
You can see what Gentlemates are trying to do, but it's the team
already confirmed to be vacant, and with Mate grouping up towards A, it is a 4-player stack.
Captain's taking a load of damage. That's why it's going to be easy for Click to trade out. At the same time, though, you have to try and gain control of backside. Stop players peeking you, and it's Mr. Fallen's Ghost that's actually the one doing the most damage. It's not looking good at all, as Mini Sheriff tries to get to work, but it will work at nothing.
Big brain, big aim.
Hey, listen, that's what it's got to be, right? Still be long. Look at Zeus, he's ready for this. A tee up, it's absolutely gorgeous. Can't quite get the 3rd, though. But it's teed up Acta Captain in towards garage.
Acta Captain's already parked up in the garage. Hangs around here too long, he's going to get a ticket. Mates need to clear this space out, but they've not really considered it at all. He is going to remain to be that deep deposit, and while Mini's not going to give away any steps, it's a stab in the back that you're just waiting for.
This 0-point raid could be absolutely massive. At the same time, though, Acta Captain,
wait,
how does he play this? Kada's cleared it. Absolutely perfect. Mates doing well to try and convert from a bad position, and Kamek finishing it off with a little check.
What could he be cooking up in the kitchen here? I mean, this is a very cautionary drone that's going to come out from Mr. Fallen. And yeah, Click does find the kill towards yellow. So right now, Mini is a big yellow distraction. And as the drone flares off on his position, Mates get into theirs, right on the site, digging heels in on B. Zeus clawing one back as he always does, but so much work left to be done.
Still need to on the spike. Oh, nearly denied yet. Tiji almost able to flick back. Still though, a significant advantage.
Zeus, one more kill, would have had the dash up, but the player who charges in front. Value. Ada keeping an eye on Garage. 1v1 opposite number. Nice shot at her.
Does the nano swarms as well as Kamek having his molly.
Already bought half of the time off the spike, and that will continue to tick away. Zeus removes the first of those players as Krax gets on towards the defuse. Deep positioning from Mates. They need to try and get back on the line. Look for a fight. It's Zeus dictating the play instead. A swing from Kamek to save the day, but he goes down early. Yeah, that's probably a fair assessment as well, but we have to give the same credit to Mates right now. Click, deep clear boiler, gets the value from it this time. It's a kill onto Mr. Fallen, and he's out of dodge.
This is lovely stuff. At the same time, FUT need to try and get something back, but in the meantime, losing players.
Oh, this is a really nice choice from as a captain. He's going to fight in towards main deep where he has the flank coming in. Now Zipan is the player who's hot under the collar, where instead it would have been him as the anchor on the site. Zipan wins the fight though. It's just one player. Where is Yetu in all of this? He's hedged his bets and, well, neither of them have come up.
This is not looking good whatsoever. Still, Brawl ensues. Zipan finally dealt with. The spike's been ticking away this full time.
It has. It's boiling over right now. The cauldron cooked away by Mates. In position, Kamek holding firm onto Yellow. He's got contact from Click deep in Snowman. Set up for success as time continues to play against FUT. Another player dropping to the deck. It's Yetuje this time as Kamek has found a... Quiet on the map. Scurrying of drone steps as they give each other a chest bump. No players caught in the process. Yetu is suppressed now, and he is solo Yellow.
Being very lenient, I guess, with the uses of the Hunter's Fury that we're seeing come through from Mr. Fallen. No real value to come off the back of it.
No. Just a couple of players in position. I mean, they were thinking about potentially re-exploring A.
Kraxus has no flashes either here, so it's just straight up gunfights.
To stall a little longer, the salvos at the feet, and then as he turns his head around, Click has found a different point of entry. SJ's head explodes as the Armageddon goes on site, a slight gap. Mr. Fallen falling in the bag, Nano Swarm dropping beside him. And as he tries to play forward, Zeus in support, it's not going to be enough for them. Gentlemate staring down the possibility of double digits here. As FUT's rifle round has gone to pot. Atta is going to get one on the fadeaway, but he needs 3 more.
Still has an orb to work with as well. He could try and disguise on the spike, but it won't even get on to taking a forward position. And Gentlemates straight in towards Kitchen.
A lot of pace about this, despite the fact it's an anti-eco, and right into the spawn they go! Click doubling up, dishing out all of the damage. I mean, if you look at FUT right now, they are so split up from one another. You had that fight in spawn, all of a sudden, trying to fill the gap through the snow pile. Gentlemates all over them like a rash in terms of what you hope to try and take away from this round. Maybe a bit of damage, but credits are building up.
Kamek's ready for this. Flash is actually spot on, but can't capitalise. Click certainly looks to, but I mean, it's only just one. Kada will be the one to be the difference, and with it being so harsh on FUT's economy, I mean, you can see both teams looking for it. Zeus looking for a kill, but can't get it.
Second round in a row, he's gone for that play.
Yetuje. Oh, Yetuje can't get more than 2 and easily picked up Kamek. Gentlemates can just go straight into this with an advantage.
All of the time in the world, and as the Killjoy lockdown drops in, there's no way to deny it. Yetuje gone. Can't combine the Armageddon or salvos, a hefty investment perhaps. But free reign over the A site is the name of the game for Gentlemates right now, and a possibility to get the spike plant in. Click! Ooh. Hungry as ever, but perhaps his eyes bigger than his stomach, because with that we go back 3-on-3. Kamek to stabilize. Spike only just getting picked back on.
I don't think Kada wants to use the Viper's Pit either, but just because of how easily you'd be spammed out.
Death's Door, and he's arrived! Crossed the threshold! Krax kicking him over the doorstep. 3 kills picked up, and now all eyes to Mini.
If there's anybody you want to rely upon, it has to be Mini.
So many clutches last year, but now making his debut on the big stage. Will he be blinded by the lights, or can he take them all for himself? 12th round, Arstorp. It's fragged out so heavily thus far. But going wide for the first, it's Cracks to shut down the second. He is the star of this round. A quad kill.
Respect it, right, the utility being put forward by Gentlemates. At the same time, though, you can see Cracks is holding this flash.
Play queued up for FUT, but it's just not gonna.
Kamek can't quite get the kill he was looking for. At the same time, Annihilation coming on down, trying to force players out. But I don't know if FUT want this smoke. It looks like Gentlemates have everything they need, and that's gonna be. He's thinking about this.
He's gonna be overwhelmed unless he hits a Kalao or something crazy. No, it's just Click at the front of the Horde once more, and now Atta to be overwhelmed.
Needs to try and hold on to something, you think.
Mini.
Oh no.
Oh, hello.
That's a little bit of a disaster. At least the rest of the roster's there to try and close this out. It's around the world, and it's going to be a map win for Gentlemen.
Zeus has been ever consistent, regardless of all the change around him. He has gelled perfectly into this FUT piece, but as it starts, it's not going to go too well. It continues, in fact, from the previous. Another pistol round looking to head towards Gentlemates. Mr. Fallen finally in the middle of things gets one back. As mates are running through spawn and Cracks has cottoned onto this.
He's heard everything and he's calling towards the lone site anchor on towards B. Gata Captain at the same time is exploring A main all the way through in towards attacker spawn.
How diligent do you go? Is it just going to be a freebie? Yeah, it is. Zipan with one kill, but in the meantime, fight's going on towards Gen. Forwards goes Click. He's going to drop. Now looking at the position, Zipan is so far out of play. He'll just be looking to try and use those salvos late, but not too much time already bought here. It's a true 1v1.
Got to look at the position of the spike plant as well. It's not anywhere near for Zipan. They've already got the salvos out in Cracks now. Owen just needs to wait on the peak. It comes through and it's a 4K for Cracks.
Another quad kill full of impact from one of FUT's long that has happened to offset it a little bit. Mini spotted as the Cypher main, and with the flash and util coming in, you expect the second piece.
Cracks just going for more. He's actually got two. Needs to be careful the player coming up rope. At the same time though, Kamek's there to peek off it. This is really nice. A 3K in total, but a bulldog recollected. This is something to work with.
Now into him, the cam doesn't clear. Zeus has perfectly positioned himself as to not be caught by this, and so it's a lineup of players straight to the chopping block. Zeus with...
Yeah, you're looking at where the stun's going though. That's towards top tower in A. A nice combination coming through with the utility. Mr. Fallen, not long for this world.
Served up from the strat book and executed perfectly. Once again, Gentlemates finding themselves in link towards spawn with rotations heading their way.
Just now up against plenty of players, and Kamek the one to capitalise. At the same time, FUT proactive, going and taking A main space. Gentlemates clearly pivot, go towards B, and they've even got enough time to try and allocate the spike to get extra orbs. Well, in this case, it will be the Rolling Thunder for Kamek.
It's the perfect situation to set up the post plant exactly as you would like, cater to your strengths. 3 players in main, early contact from Mini, and the rest right. Gifts, perhaps?
Aye, that's what you're looking for, right?
Turning up to his birthday party on his birthday with a birthday gift. Not gonna get it. It's Mini instead.
Seen it happen before. Click this time. Look at this. They're getting the space towards CT. Zeus though, catch it in transition, Kada, and Mr. Fallen making sure to make good of the trade.
Get the plant in on A.
Go ahead.
Very close. Yeah. Armageddon being used to try and tee up Mini. It doesn't work out. Now the 2 players stuck on site have to hold up against 4 players of FUT. The first one got, the second, the third, make it!
Fight.
Has to be won cleanly. Cracks needs to hit headshot.
Double stun.
This is very nicely done. Oh no!
Kamek again.
Yeah, he looks almost good enough to try and get that double. Zeus though certainly looks good enough himself. That's a player you can rely upon. Rolling Thunder isn't going to work out. Mr. Fallen's classic is. This is winnable.
Kamek has now died with the aftershock as well, and while the incendiary flies through the skies, It's not quite landed just yet, and only just now starting to stop the defuse. Actually, I don't think it had landed correctly, but it doesn't matter. Mini's found 2 kills, needs a third to make it a third.
Has the cam for contact. Spike hadn't been half, has to jump because of the cam's positioning, needs to win out. Still, Mr. Fallen trying to bait out, using the stun to at least get half, it just peeks out and wins it instead.
Little telegraph, this dish control isn't half too bad. The runway put out for Click. Jumping down into danger, into Mr. Fallen. Feet planted on the A site with the rest of FUT.
Attack now using their orbital strike. You've got to think as well, once FUT get, or what if we get in towards post, well, there's always a chance there's a retake cam. It's not going to be needed at the moment though, because the spike's still not committed. Ultimate certainly is. It's going to be a brawl all the way to the end. And now it's just the remaining player of Cracks, who's looked so good so far and has to step up once again.
The fragment comes in, but it's a moment too late. Kamek trying to escape goes down.
Oh, 1v1.
It's Cracks, you feel like, who's in control right now. He's large and in charge. Zipan going down before the salvos could save him. Nothing to fall back upon. It's FUT in front.
It's a player as well when we look towards Cracks in
The null command expended, there'll be no more of that.
There's ultimates, not ultimates, utility to come back from. Mr. Fallen finding many, and Cracks looking to try and take things on his own pace. And on top of that, that's weapons to pick up.
Cracks is just going to watch life fade away from him right now as Kada, the player, to give the all clear. Nowhere to go. Has to fight forwards here. Mr. Fallen in the face of oppression, finding his third of the round, and it falls down to Atta Captain. Stricken for options, trying to split the A site, and they'll use the Rolling Thunder to do it.
Still to get out. Kada first in, still Zeus not spoken about, not even found, and he's going to activate at the right time, looking to get more! A player who constantly turns up where he's needed. That's 4 on the round, and setting FUT up almost for a flawless.
Zeus one off the ace, and yet again he has managed to capture lightning in a bottle. He'll try to close it out here with all 5.
You're thinking about the post plant. What utility do you have? You still have the Brim and Sindri, and on top of that, Zipan, the Teho, his salvos as well.
Don't forget that orbital strike. Look, we can list them off as much as we like. It's the gunfights that have got to start going their way if they want. Click, using and abusing the smoke around the side with the Stinger. 2 kills picked up. Is the defuse still coming in? Yeah, it is. That's been completely overlooked. It's another missed molly, in fact, that Saltham shot. The brunt of the setup is catered towards the B side of the map. He'll shuffle the goalpost a little bit. And as the defense mutates, it's Atta making the most of it. It's Yetu that they've got to try and get past now.
Oh, no way. Yetuji, he's not able to get one. Atta Captain can't double up, but mates take the clear advantage. That's the big thing. You're looking towards the post plan for main.
Look at Susie, he walked out rafters, and as you mentioned, there is a backstab prepared, and it is Mini that will sink the penultimate blow. 1 player left, and as good as Zeus has been. This group of players, and you're already seeing it right now, 5 queued up in A main, out the gates they go. Into sand, it starts to swallow them whole. There's Zipan, Mr. Fallen dropping down, and you look to Zeus once again for answers.
He's to try and find something here, something to bring numbers even, but he can't get it cleanly. And there's so many players to try and fight against. Yetuji, I mean, he had an opportunity, but can't capitalise.
Counter stun from Click was huge, and now Gentlemates are right back in this. Another pistol where they look like favourites. Spike down and solo fight. A recipe for disaster as Zipan continues onwards. Only Atta Captain left, and while he has the molly, it's going to land. That's a start.
That is a start, but still plenty of players to try and get rid of. It's only bought him some time. How long can he really last here? It doesn't look like long at all as Kamek looks to finish out the round. And again, we've said it before, another Gentlemates pistol. And that word comes up, and practice is just going to be a sight hit.
One positive is that Gentlemates do have the main space. You talk about push and pull, you need some solid ground to stand upon, and actually this plant looks as if it's going to come all the way in. No click, snatching away at it at the final second. Kamek right there by his side, but it settles for a 2-on-2, and that doesn't seem to be good enough right now. As Zeus has a Bulldog in his hands, it's a real problem, which kind of shuts down. And Atta, where you come in with all classics, but a big bonus for them, for Gentlemates, just as Kamek put it. One game at a time, one round at a time. Close proximity that have created that perimeter to just see what can be done, honestly, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, the test dummy in the car.
Yeah, I think as well though, like these last couple of remaining mates players are semi-close, have made decent progress towards the ultimates. So if they go, it's another ulti orb towards them. At the same time though, that is 2 towards.
And that gives you even further coverage towards the site. There is one pocket where a player could be caught. That's Mini. He got the cage off beforehand. That'll save him an extra second. And with Kada supporting, the rest of Gentlemates arriving, FUT gonna give this a second go.
Yeah, they're gonna come back and they know about Mini's position, and Mini playing it so well, knows that players need to peek him. But again, this KO gets Zeus another kill. It's like dinner on a plate. Kamek able to get that trade out.
See if they can finish the dinner, because otherwise it's going to be falling on the floor. Atta, one more kill, side of the smoke is Kamek, peeking through and finding the final kill in the cleanup. Mini has heavy shields, he's on the site, and so are the rest of Gentlemates. They are swiftly arriving.
Yeah, there's traps to play off of. Unfortunately, there's many players to try and play against. Kada taking the timing and does so well. Why he managed to go? It's like ships in the night. At the same time, that spike not committed, and Kamek trying to get a bad chaos. Zip! They are, and the kill traps have been changed. At the same time, though, Gentlemates, they're trying to play this on the front foot. Zip just went by. Kada and Mini combine. One back in the conversation, make that 2. It's all even. Advantage now confirmed by.
To find a kill, something back. This post plant is so deep, Zipan's got to go searching and stick his nose in there to try and find something. And with that, Atta captain in position for this OHAM.
Like with a rifle, horrible strike as well. The trap seems to be going well. It's been triggered, but there's capitalization's just not there at all. I mean, Yetage's tried to escape in towards the back line.
Back towards Arcade was everything, but even the rotation can't come quickly enough.
Needs 1, maybe even 2, but needs to at least get something concrete to work with, and does. It's a 2 versus 2 coming into, if we can get to it, post.
Well, it's a downed KO player though, so it doesn't count for all too much. In the meantime, Kamek able to backfill the space. I don't think FUT are expecting this at all.
I mean, at the same time, Atta captain's gone searching, so Krax is all alone. Spike in the back pocket. 2 big 1 versus 1s here.
First of them heading towards spawn, low HP both players. Kamek overlooked, and now the spike planted to his position. Atta captain has the ultimate and a decision to make. Can he call Kamek's bluff? And can Kamek hold his nerve with the ult in his face? It's 4 instead from Gentlemate's new frontman, firing on all cylinders. The breach bites back for an 8th.
I mean, FUT just assumed.
It's not the case. Mini left to a stinger. That should suffice at close range. It's Zeus running down the line in towards spawn, not getting out with any more than just the 1. It's a complete fake, and mates have fallen for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, and it's the Teho as well that's lost, right, that utility to clear certain spots out. And as the players come through, it's an even trade, down to 2 versus 2. Kraxus has to commit to the spike.
Second pulse of the neural theft is huge as well, because now they know of the proactivity, and Yetage's caught in transition. Another 2v2, which is looking like FUT are poised to lose. As much as I said micro was an issue before and that trading maybe had improved, it's isolation after isolation which lends Gentlemates a luck. Playing parallel to it, it's the stun that goes sand. Mini playing from the site, suppressed, the trap's down, but Kamek still doing his job, supporting as best his efforts he possibly can.
Still plenty to work with. You could rotate if you wanted to.
Just see Krax's knife has come back up, so if you wanted any tool to get in, you think about using it or just go dry. That's only ever going to end one way. Mr. Fallen taken down And Gentle Tower, Zeus should be dead, trying to run out into a safe spot, and he's actually gotten away with it. Let off the hook. Gentlemates back into the retake, but they still feel confident that they can haul this over the line. Yetajay back in his own stocks. One back in the way of FUT for now.
I mean, right now, though, FUT don't really have much utility in post.
But one thing they do have is Yetajay in tower, not overlooked, he'll get cleared in the end. Peek out dry, the shots won't land. Finally taken off the defuse by Fallen. The captain has to stand tall in this situation, but it's Kada instead who makes him a dead man. 11 Gentlemates. It's a brawl that's about to break out towards Arcade. The stun to start it off, and dropping in is Click. It's a rifle right at the hands of Zeus, a birthday gift from the birthday boy. But does it get any worse? It's a freeze for now.
See, looks as if Gentlemates want this, but maybe they want it a bit too much. Zipan, though, absolutely spot on. Mini taking and getting rid of that null command. Got a Captain Stinger, just a little bit right. Able to finish off the kill. A 2 versus 2 as Krax is able to call exactly where these last 2 remaining players are.
For Gentlemates, just when you think you see the light at the end of the tunnel, it's oncoming traffic, a deer in headlights. Taking those jewels on their own terms and conditions. They have Arcade, but that is about all right now. Time ticking down, trading places, knife out at a captain, cuts across him Mini. Only Mr. Fallen left, but this time he's got the ult.
He does have the ult, but he's got a Stinger. Long range won't be good for him.
It certainly won't. And Mini makes sure the captain will close for map point. That's 12 for the mates.
Hey, listen, I said it to you.
They've been so quick to react to this, such a reactive defense.
Remember, that Rolling Thunder still in FUT's pockets if they need to use it.
It's 2 kills back. Without it, not necessary at all. Surplus to requirements. So Strike now missing from the play. 2 versus 4 retake for Gentlemates to make their dreams come true in this series.
Been able to do it before. I mean, this time it's going to be far too much to ask.
And win OT. And for Gentlemates, it's a tough position to start this one in.
100%. There's things to work with, plan to be made, and it's
30 seconds left. This is the play that Gentlemates have to make.
Yep, Yetajay's off angle could
They're running
be
back.
massive. The players, oh, they've walked into the crosshairs. It seems to be a fake, but with time so low, Gentlemates could possibly cost themselves this round.
Little bit indecisive, but they finally locked it in.
Look where the spike
goes,
is.
but Kamik is back of the pack as you highlight. And so if Atta Captain can pluck him away from the rest of the play, then maybe there's a chance that they can shut down this spike punt. It won't happen, and it's Click again with a second to spare.
Mr. Fallen's coming in late from drop, will able to cut off any rotates back from Click, but instead played in by Kamik, although identifies Mr. Fallen's position and gets the advantage.
And with him now posted up in Dish, there's an extra line of sight, a double up in fact.
This is going to be really hard for FUT to try and get through. Mollies, everything for them to use right now, but no more utility. Rifles have to come out tops. Gentlemates in prime position to convert this round, and they'll do it!
Zeus already in tower, right behind Mini. He's got to take the jewel to the doorstep of FUT. Are they ready for him? Feels like it. Yetajay already landing that first kill still. Mini holding the line, just waiting, wondering, when will they peak?
And that's
as they arrive, it's the spike that falls. He needs more, but can't get it, and so Mates behind by 1.
Zipan, he's done so well, but now it's up to Kamik. He has to try and get something to work with. A headshot, but it's a phantom tax.
Bring through the looking glass, operator in hand, and Kada can almost sense it. The jump strafe for the second time of asking, wide swing, and well dealt with. The antidote on the attack side, and Mate, well, they seem to have found it, because this is looking like so they're going to have to take, and Kamik has 1 flash to try and get them back in. But that's about all for now.
Now you've also got tail utility to work with as well. On towards the spike they go. Kamik gets 1, Mr. Fallen and Zeus trying to be massive here, but off of the spike they go, forced off, and Mr. Fallen has to win up against 3. Well, it seems as if has going, taking the A site, Zipan and Kamik are the only players there.
Zipan's position is so struggled here again as the solo site anchor on the Teho, I mean, your work is cut out for you. FUT again exploding onto the scene. Through sand they go. Click will be telegraphed as soon as he breaks the trap, and with main space secured at the very least, they've got something from which to work, and FUT want to take that fight to them.
Yeah, I don't know if they only think it's just in Neon, but there's more than that. Mini's here as well! Oh, can't get more than that. And now it's up to Kada, the birthday boy on Saturday. Can he try and get a present to take home early?
Molly.
I'll have to see. Opening one up a little early. Yetu, tick of fire damage. I don't know if Kada would have heard that, but he's certainly looking for the clear here. Time ticking away, burning the wick at both ends. The first of those players is found, but now Kada needs to move on to the spike and get it halved. Hold his nerve in the face of a captain. But with his Zipan chased away from spawn to the A site they go. Little success here so far for mates, and it is heavily telegraphed.
And the fact that they found Mini as well. This is something that Gentlemates have tried to do a few times, find their way in towards spawn, but instead though, they're going to fight through sand. Feeling the pressure a little bit.
Yetu's still the solo player on site, and Click trying to isolate that with the neon wall.
Oh, Ghost trades even. Kamek finds the chance to make it back. Comes down to winning out these fights. Can Gentlemates make it a fourth map point potentially? Stun coming back online for Kamek, but Kada, he's been burned. It's now just down to Kamek to try and clutch us.
Ready to go as soon as the drone comes in, and that's the play.
Like his knows there's many players there. The stun is so good. So is the relay ball, and so is Zeus. That's a double up very quickly, turning this on its head. And Yetaji's there to get another. It's just all individuals right now.
I feel as if the two halves that we've just watched of defensive play have completely gone out of the window. FUT have found something which works for them. These A splits have looked so nice.
And look at the kill traps as well that's been set up by Yetaji.
Closer towards the site, into the fast lane. Atta will go. He finds his first, but it's quickly traded. They're falling one at a time. A slow crawl into a site held. Kamek returning in another overtime round, but it's Mini. Mini knows this is the place he's got to try and play from. 10 seconds and he'll spot it out yet again. Another tap from Mini. Another
playing for main. In fact, actually, he's starting to head towards that way.
Backing up Kada from the boxes on site. Trap place, Yetajay, that's so cheeky. Mini getting one, but one won't be enough. He needs to find more, and more he will get. Kada played in, but he can't stand his ground. 2v1, cracks will fall. It's Zipan again with a double.
At the same time, they're starting to explore elsewhere, and there's two players here for Gentlemates.
2v2. Re-clear in the middle of the round. FUT looking for a fight. Mates giving it to them, and it's Zeus with 2 kills. As always, striking yet again.
No way.
That's the numbers.
Zeus is still alive.
He's managed to keep himself cooped up in main for now. Split up from Fallen, but he can put 2 and 2 together. Kamek, the provider. Can he put up any more? No, Zeus has stopped it. And so it's Zipan.
Way that Zipan can win this one.
But want to be the villain against another of those Ascension teams that want to now. No real way to suppress. I mean, the drone not in the right position. It's Zipan there. They've got to converge, and they do so effectively. Mini sidestepping the stun, back in for more fights, finding his second Kada again. This dynamic duo has done enough for the flank to come in.
Oh, Cracks able to finally capitalise, but Kada, the molly finally letting loose. Now, those two remaining players need to try and get something back. Kada's just been seen trying to escape. Now that's why you're seeing Mr. Fallen look towards B main.
Yeah, he is on a solo mission though. Oh, Mr. Fallen!
54 kills so far. Can he get 2 more?
The longest map of EMEA 2025 so far, and it's going FUT's way at the end of the day.
You could easily see it going either way. Straight in towards the C site where the Cypher is held. I mean, it's Yetaji who's been able to get the kills. Breach here as well. Mr. Fallen doing well. The flash was spot on, and the response from FUT has certainly been that. A 3 versus 1 to finish out the first pistol.
Really shoring up some of these defensive rounds from the end of Fracture. Onto low setup, that's when they're probably going to be strongest. So much damage already, shedding weight from the Gentlemates players. Zeus's Marshall could have been in for a boatload here, but It falls onto crack. That's where mates are looking to fight, but in through the door go FUT, and they have them boxed.
Certainly do. At the same time, though, Yetiji, he's found his timing spot on, perfectly played. Kamek at least gets one trade, but he won't get on towards the spike. Now he's just got a Spectre in hand.
She'll be aided a little bit quicker for them to get over and support Yetiji. Cage has already gone up. He's only here with a Sheriff, though, and that support can't arrive quickly enough. Yetu has done enough for now, though.
Certainly has. Can he get more? No, that's not the case. Now it's in towards getting this spike down. And Gentlemates may have just found a way to settle this.
So good at the C retake so far, FUT. Short-handed by just the Sheriff, and then Kamek lays waste to the rest of the play. Nearly
thought they are the ones to try and fight it. Behind the Viper wall, flashes. In fact, no, they're not going to use any utility. Just going to wait. The Paranoia back in, spot on. It's a quick trade by Click, and Zeus finally found out.
And that's the thing too. Zeus needing to hit shots. Mr. Fallen doing it without even exchanging glances to the players. They drop through the screen. This A execute's going to accelerate. It's a 3v3 on site.
This is a brawl, another one in which we've seen both teams trying to go at it, but it's FUT that's coming out on top. Spike in no man's land. Kamek having to cross two players before he can even collect it. He has time to work with, but instead, no, doesn't want to go elsewhere. He wants the fights.
The rotation is great from FUT as well. They have such strong positions to hold the site when Kamek arrives on the scene. He needs another multi-kill here, and it's just not. You're going to see it here as well. Trade of the Fade utility. It's B instead, where Mr. Fallen is fighting solo, but in through the door they come. Zeus still alive, wide on the angle, flashed up, and falling down to the hands of Click. That's a brilliant double on remaining defenders right now. That will be the objective, as it's the dimensional drift to separate them. Should be called in, but Yetu's found two, and now there's a chance for Atta Captain.
There's always a chance when there's a FUT player on the other side. Spike collected, and well, that's going to be heard. The steps coming through. Atta Captain taking his timing.
You have to, in this situation, with the odds stacked against you. Atta Captain will try his luck. Throw his hat in the ring, he's walked around the side. That's Kamek core. The flash hasn't worked out! Atta Captain!
Really committed as to what they want to do.
Huge
Many players on the site.
They have the info, they had the players, they were blinded, but still FUT are in position.
Oh my God!
One at a time! Oh, linked into a communal. We saw from that game yesterday, BBL Liquid, like, things get out of control very quickly, and after that laboured last mass. Where's the mental at right now? Here, at least check that nobody's going into upper. That's exactly what they're going to do. One-way smoke, in for the kill. Yetiji's got his back to it. That was the chance for Kada. Made a meal of it.
Hello? This is just dashed right in, although gained the information and a kill. Again, it's another lurker player who's going to be late to the party. And well, FUT know everything that they need to know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a full stick, so it doesn't really matter. And to be honest, I think the main takeaway from the round here is that Gentlemates understand what they need to do to inhibit FUT coming back into the site later on. I'm speaking, mates will be aware of this in the gun round. Can they bring some fresh ideas to the table?
Nightfall, clear in the backside. Players trying to get out towards heaven, and Click's done so well to get a double here.
And that's exactly what you've got to do. No one's played Pit the last few rounds, so Click stepping up to the plate has 2 kills, which now set them up.
Looking to burn Click, making him play on site, try and waste a little bit of time, and they're trying to spam him out. You can see that, but he's got a timing, and that's 3 in the round right now. He's done so well and put mates in a prime position. There's no way that they can lose this, and this man right now on for the ace, stolen by Cap.
But defending it once the spike goes down. It's the Rolling Thunder invested this time as Mr. Fallen looks to make a play off the back of it, profit off it can't. Kada with one onto Yetiji. Mates trading out effectively here. Numbers in their favor as Fallen still stands on the other side of the site as it begins to collapse. The smoke is up, but the spike's not down. Oh, you just saw it coming! You saw it coming! Back so far as Hobbit, or taking those extra steps forward to fight FUT.
As the Arc Rose doesn't want to use it, would rather play heads-up gunfights, and just goes and wins it.
Control early, but there hasn't really been any pressure from Gentlemates outside of A, so already FUT have an idea where the execute's going to be headed, and with Kamek falling, it is all eye fight. Still, Mates without blood on their hands, down by a player, FUT in position, no ground has been garnered. Click finally on the score sheet in this one as he opens his account into the corner. The flank is dealt with, Mates doing a decent job, but Decent won't quite cut it as Krax and Yetajay have made their way back onto the site. It's Kada in the corner, he steps to the side and finds yet another kill. A clutch asked of him this time, and he's just about gonna deliver! A few more rounds here. It does kind of worry you for FUT's attack as well, with how reliant they were on Zeus before, into the anchors that they possess, but like, look!
Notice, not really seen that. Krax is coming through with a deadly prowler that'll identify what they're looking for, trying to force Zeus out, but it's not a fight you really want to be taking. The paranoia hasn't hit, the dash is a complete misdirection! Krax steals the ace. There's a breach, there's an omen, but instead they'd rather wait. No, they're going straight in!
Yeah, well, it's an A setup which they're heading for. It's literally just Kamek left here to try and sell it, and finally it feels like Gentlemates might have been able to pull off a fake, except this time it is right from the spawn barrier.
We're going into the Cypher setup.
Arkrose doesn't catch on to anybody, and so Krax has a strong angle from which to play. The paranoia cutting up the site itself, unsupported. Krax standing his ground! On an island they fall around him. Mate's body's on the floor, just setting them forth into the second half.
I have the spike.
FUT, the 8th round within touching distance for them. Kamek all but separate. Sentinel here to support him. The stun, not quite enough, gets around the corner.
A little bit of discipline, doesn't want to go any further. But Yetajay through the smoke grabs Kada.
Such a cheeky kill, but could make all of the difference into the retake. The next smoke player drops, and that's the more mobile of them. FUT finding all of the kills on this final pistol round of the series. They might just have won both on Lotus, and with that, where do Mates go? What do they do? Performance queued up by FUT. The A fight is where it goes down early. Classics all across the board.
Marshall not standing the test. Krax his bulldog.
Ned, whereas Zeus is a different kind of duelist. Someone who, you know, we saw come up through challenges there. Mini first responder, the decay is temporary. And one big moment for FUT, and you feel as if they can close this in a much better position than they were against Koi, of course, because, like you say, while the attack wasn't great there, that was the first half.
Yeah,
In the second half now, they've got a few maps under their belt already. It's a shorter rotation.
It is. Well, Mr. Fallen has taken a lot of space as well. Players swinging out, trades to be had, and well, it's all about getting that spike plant eventually. FUT not happy with how comfortable they could possibly be on the site, so they're taking their time, tapping the spike, baiting out peaks. As we said, dotting their I's, crossing their T's, and paying attention to the finer details.
Yeah, and FUT now have great space towards Hobbit as well, so there's a crossfire set up for the players trying to get out from upper.
Come out and walk straight into the crossfire. That will be 11. They're getting one step.
Does Mini dare give him the time of day? You wouldn't think so.
Already though. Ellie pick coming through. Zipan getting rid of Zeus. A big one to get rid of. Firepower, etc. And being able to defend the A side. And with that, a quick pivot towards C.
It's an upgrade, and it's also FUT pushing into the setup.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Need to be careful of the reposition. Mini should know this, but that takes a step too far. Allows that C site to be completely open by Atta Captain.
It's a bit of discipline here from FUT. They're not overstepping the mark as the Nightfall gets invested. Just making sure they can play this one comfortably, and the tether landing on 2 players means that Atta Captain has a free kill almost effectively, but I mean, he's just fighting out solo. Atta Captain, nearly the one that gets smart.
It's crazy how close this series could have gone, right? Could have gone either way 4 times.
Atta Captain again. Into spawn this time, player close by. That's going to be Zipan, and he'll win the duel at the very least. And yeah, FUT dropped all the way back to a much deeper line behind this smoke. It's Click's time to shine, and he's only going to get one. One is not enough.
Need far more than that. Quick
from
pivot,
that position.
now into B. Mini standing alone in the middle of sight. Goes through the wall, but walks into Mr. Fallen. Able to win that fight out, but Krax is able to carry now into a 1 versus 1 on map point.
This has been his map so far, his series, dare I say. And so it's the Swede that must save Gentlemates at this point in time. A full utility belt to work with back into the retake. An ult if he wants to go so far, but instead it's Krax that'll take the fight to him.
It's a 1 versus 1! Which Krax will win? And FUT winning the